American rights, they are supposed to be sacred. The American tradition says that a legitimate government protects the God-given rights of their people. Governments that don't do this are illegitimate. It's no accident that wherever you find left-wingers in charge, human rights are thrown out the window. This used to be an alien concept in the United States, but not since the Democrats abandoned our Constitution and this country. Trump stops the Dems' attack on religious freedom. That's my focus in today's preamble. You can't swing a cat in the leftist media or Democrat circles without hitting a shrub who claims that conservatives are a threat to our democracy. The hysterics aside, let's focus on the lie that is our democracy and why folks like Jasmine Crockett spew this lie repeatedly. First, in the tradition of propagandists in the past, like Joseph Goebbels, who said, quote, "If you repeat a lie often enough, people will believe it, and you will even come to believe it yourself," end quote. That's one of the reasons why left-wingers say America is a democracy. They want so very much for it to be true. But the fact is that the United States is a constitutional representative republic, not a democracy. Our republic is superior to a direct democracy because our rights are enshrined in our Constitution. They cannot be voted away. In a democracy, which is what leftists want to impose on us, your rights can be voted away. In America, we protect the basic human rights of all of our citizens, in the majority and the minority. It's why we were a stable country for more than 150 years. That is, until the rise of the modern left. The left doesn't want your rights to impede their pursuit of power. So their big idea is just to eliminate your rights. Kooks like Senator Bernie Sanders call this democratic socialism. It's a mechanism that allows you to vote away your rights. But once those rights are gone, there is no peaceful way to get them back. Case in point, the administration of President Otto Penn, with Joe Biden as the figurehead. For decades, culminating in the era of Obama and Biden, the Democrats have waged a war against people of faith, ginning up and enabling religious discrimination and religious bigotry to a point where it was culturally accepted and applauded. It was the leftists in this country that kicked God out of the gov-ed schools, and this cultural hit job culminated in government from the Congress to the White House to the unelected apparatchiks implementing laws and policies that directly attacked people of faith. Senator Josh Hawley revealed the level of hate, contempt, and disrespect leftist lunatic Democrats heaped onto people of faith during the reign of President Otto Penn.
In the last 4 years, this administration has carried out an unprecedented attack and campaign against people of faith. If you look at the numbers, we've never seen anything like it before in American history. It has been one of the most disgraceful chapters in the history of the Justice Department and in the history of the FBI. And I hope that you will reverse this and do right by every American citizen, including especially people of faith. Let me give you some specifics. After the Dobbs case was decided by the Supreme Court, over 100 pregnancy care centers and over 300 churches in this country were attacked, vandalized, firebombed. Do you happen to know off the top of your head how many prosecutions Merrick Garland's Justice Department brought in those cases? I do not, Senator. It's a stunning number. It's 2.
But as Senator Hawley noted, it wasn't just a sin of Democrats attacking believers. These left-wingers were allowing leftists to get away with unspeakable crimes. Consider this from News 4 in San Antonio, Texas.
So an update on a story that we brought you last night. A UTSA professor allegedly caught watching child pornography nearly 4 years ago was arrested for the alleged crime this week. News 4 San Antonio's Taylor Wardenby looks into why it took so long to make an arrest.
That's right. Left-wing professor and activist at the University of Texas, San Antonio was caught in possession of and watching child porn. But it took 4 years to arrest him?
You don't walk in on a guy who's watching child pornography with young kids on a flat screen in his apartment and not make an arrest.
Criminal attorney Joe Holster is talking about Zaid Haddad. He's the UTSA professor arrested on Tuesday on federal child pornography charges. The charges date back to his arrest in July of 2021, when an affidavit states FBI agents caught Haddad watching child pornography inside his home. Holster is not his attorney, but is questioning why it took so long to arrest Haddad.
What's shocking is that law enforcement, a 7 or 8-year-old being abused on his flat screen and left him in our community for 4 years.
2021, who was running the Justice Department and the FBI? Oh, that's right, that was Democrats. And this radical leftist professor, a member in good standing in the Democrat community, was allowed to remain free for 4 years because Democrats didn't seem to care very much about the danger he posed to children. Isn't that what I and Donald Trump Jr. have labeled liberal privilege? Not to put too fine a point on this, but it took the election of President Trump to lead to this deviant's arrest. Oh, and what about the left-wingers who run San Antonio, Texas? Why did Texas Democrats look the other way on this guy? Lest we forget, it was the Democrats who turned our government into taxpayer-funded pimps, delivering 320,000 illegal alien children into the sex slave and forced labor trades, according to the DHS Inspector General. The Democrats didn't seem at all bothered by the child sex slave trade or the promotion of sexual perversion in GovEd. And they sure don't want you Bible thumpers out there getting in the way, trying to protect your and other people's children. President Trump has a different view. The president has formed a commission to protect Americans' religious liberties from deviant and, yes, evil Democrats and their dark designs. The Lieutenant Governor of Texas, Dan Patrick, will chair this commission. He visited with me this morning on my radio show.
We have this magnificent inheritance in America from our Constitution, from our founders of religious liberty. And our founders clearly did not intend to have government interfere in our right to worship. Whatever God we wish to worship, whatever denomination, everyone should be able to worship the God they choose and the way they choose, and no one should get between God and in government should not get between God and those who believe in him who are seeking him.
Yes, Democrats are a danger to America's national security. Yes, they are a danger to our bottom line. But at the end of the day, these people are a danger to our fundamental rights gifted by God and guaranteed under the U.S. Constitution. This fundamental fact about who and what Democrats are should be known far and wide. And you Republicans, and Republicans' success in defending us from these Democrats should be the sole criteria on which we elect or don't elect Republicans to political office. You know, folks, I thank God for my wonderful wife, my kids, my country, the greatest nation ever. And Americans like you who believe in the truth, the Chris Salcedo Show will never stop fighting for you.
The Chris Salcedo Show, for the news you need to know.